Evening all, how we doing? Tunes are maybe a little too quiet still. Let's bump up a little bit more. That works. Yeah, I thought something weird was going on there. Make that go away. How we all doing anyway? Happy Monday. Have I had a good weekend? No, I did. It was decent. You're all doing well. Evening Feline, evening Cheeseworks. How's it going? Evening Caladron? Yeah, had some fun on Saturday, got a video made, and we checked out some demos as well, that was cool. Played a few demos from Steam Next Fest over the weekend. Quite a busy session with that. I think the clear winner was Solasta 2 for me. I enjoyed the first game, and the second one obviously is an improvement on that, and yeah, did it very, very well. So that was fun. I went back and played some of the Gothic remake demo. We started it off and played around, and then I died and hadn't saved and didn't realise it didn't auto-save or anything. So I had to start over. That was fine. That went a bit better on my second playthrough and I completed the demo. There actually wasn't a whole lot that I didn't see in the demo but before I died. But yeah, that was cool. I checked out Chernobylites 2's demo. The first game was weird, and the second game is also weird, and I feel like it really does need the first game to make a bit more sense. So I'm not sure I'll be pursuing that. I didn't get that far with the first game. It's got room for improvement, I think, that game. Anyway, what else did I play? A couple of other bits and pieces. Oh yeah, we had a look at what was it called? Stygian Old Gods, and that was an interesting idea. We'll have to have a look at that in future as well. And yeah, I'm kind of itching to play a CRPG at the moment. Probably in my own time, I suspect, but I'll get Cyberpunk finished off first. Started the Phantom Liberty DLC last night, so looking forward to diving into that. Evening all, how's it going? But yeah, anyway, Avowed today should be good. It's been a week since we played this with one thing and another, and you know, my life and so on. So kind of happy to be diving back into Avowed. Looking forward to. And last time we spoke to the Watcher and had our soul examined, and basically there was some weird stuff going on there, and it was in some way tied to some other being. This voice that we're hearing, presumably, and the memory we saw seems to make it look like that we were a godlike, once upon a time disciple, something like that, emissary or prophet maybe, of some forgotten god, and then the civilization we led fell, and we've been reincarnated. So yeah, that would seem to be the case here. And then we investigated our attempted assassination. I mean, technically we died, so arguably a successful assassination. On the other hand, we didn't stay dead for very long, so in that regard, not very successful assassination. And I elected not to kill the would-be assassins because they were like, oh shit, maybe we shouldn't have done this, and they had regrets. Not just because I was standing in front of them looking angry. And to be honest, they have legitimate grievances, quite extensive legitimate grievances. So yeah, I decided we might be better off letting them go and owing me one. Inclusive to Ludwin, who showed up shortly after that while we were discussing this turn of events with an unhappy ambassador. Stumped in, trying to look all big and bad, and aren't I hard, and all of this kind of expression, and being intimidating, and she just came off as a bit of a psychotic bitch, really. Not really that scary, but she's basically an undead paladin. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting to deal with when the time comes, because she was very anti-us and has basically said, yeah, I'm throwing off the leash and I'm going to go and do whatever I think is right, which basically means she's going to try and basically stamp everybody in the living lands under her boot and make them live according to what she believes is Wodika's edicts, and irrespective of what gods they follow and whether or not they are part of the Adyran Empire. And yeah, she's kind of a fanatic, and she's going to go do fanatic shit. And Dallas will end up having an argument with her at some point. So yeah, should be good. Yeah, not so bad, thanks, Tom. Let's get this going. Hopefully. Just fine, yeah. I bought this hoodie, here begins the story, a long old time ago. Before I moved into this room, I was streaming and making videos downstairs. And at the time, back before 76 came out, actually, which should give you a bit of a thing. At the time, I was using my webcam for a webcam instead of my nice camera. And, yeah, it was okay, and with plenty of light it got by, but it really needed bold, simple colours to look even halfway decent. Anything that wasn't a bold colour really looked bad on camera. So I bought a number of things, t-shirts and stuff like that, and this hoodie, that fit that category. And yeah, it's alright. It's kind of a weirdly sort of maroonish, kind of pale maroon kind of colour, but it's alright. It's very thin, to be honest. It's not a warm hoodie, but that's kind of why I chose it today. Because I don't need a warm hoodie. Now then, I did tell it to launch Avowed, but it doesn't seem to want to do that for some reason. So what's going on here? Yeah, I thought so. Kitty Cat's been in a weird mood all week, and she's back on being needy again today, apparently. She was needy a couple of days ago, and then yesterday she was, like, staying the hell away from everybody, and intermittently grumpy. She was a bit grumpy. It was yesterday? Yeah, but she was grumpy over the weekend anyway. Now she's back to being needy again. Okay. A whole bunch of sales, apparently. On Steam. Now I've got Steam running. Let's see if we can get Avowed to play. Oh, wait, dumbass. Not even on Steam, is it? It's on Game Pass. Let's see if that's going to work now. Game Pass seems happy to start. Oh dear Lord, please no. Oh, love a duck. It seems Game Pass is back to not working very well. I might have to restart my computer. Well, cross your fingers because it's been awkward. I'm going to have to restart my computer, so... no, I don't think she's ill. She's okay. I think she's just figuring stuff out. She seems well enough. Yeah, anyway. Right, I'm going to restart my computer, so stream will go off for a minute, and I'll be back in a minute. I do apologise for this, but it is what it is. Hopefully it won't take me too terribly long, and hopefully we'll be able to play freaking Avowed, because it should work. Saying that, I did have to do the whole system restart thing, so that may have something to do with why it's not working properly. I'll see what I can... you know, I should try something else before I do this. Manage files, verify and repair. Let's try that. Um... Is there an option to back up my... No, it doesn't seem to do that. Oh well, here's hoping they've backed up my save files, because I'm going to try and do a verify and repair. And it may lose something, in which case that would suck. Right, well it should be fine then. Nice. I think I've got it working. I think. Here's hoping I haven't lost my saves. You should have them backed up to Xbox servers and stuff, so we'll see what happens. So I have some progress. What happened? How's it going, Gary? On Friday, when I was in the process of making a video, I restarted my computer, and for some reason, it wouldn't boot. So the hardware seemed to be working, but the operating system would not boot. And it took me an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that, to make my PC work again. And it was a bloody pain in the arse. But I got there by doing a system restore, which would have been to sort of the end of week before last. So not a major change, but still. And I'm pretty bloody sure that the reason for it was that the new NVIDIA driver is a crock of shit, because apparently people have had issues left, right and centre when they've installed it. By issues in their games, problems that the driver was supposed to fix getting worse, not better, and stuff like that. So if other people are having issues, I'm going to go ahead and stick my neck out and say NVIDIA fucked it again. But there we go. So yeah, I managed to get everything up and running, but I couldn't launch Avowed now for some reason. And I haven't tried since that incident happened. So I went into Xbox and did the whole verify and repair option, which fortunately the Game Pass app would launch, because sometimes it doesn't. In the past it hasn't even been willing to do that, so that's why I didn't have Game Pass for like a year. But it is now working, and now we just have to wait for the shaders to recompile, which is fine. But he did say, oh, by the way, if you are doing this, then you don't have your saves backed up, you might lose them. I was like, well, I don't know how to back them up separately, so I guess we're going to have to risk it and find out. I forgot to sage the room and the demons came back. Yeah, pretty much. Nearly there. So, this whole process is not a great deal of fun, waiting for it to sort the shaders out. And subsequent runnings of the game, it should do the same thing, but much faster, so that's something. And it stops the thing from stuttering and having a heap of issues. So, so many issues. I know some people say they still have issues with it, but Seems all right to me. Let's just find out whether or not we've got save files. You stopped playing because you couldn't make a major story decision. I'll have to see how it goes. Yeah, it was me trying out a different playstyle. Good. Everything looks good. Nice. Widewind's legacy is another name for the Hollowborn crisis. Some believe the death of St. Widewind precipitated 15 years of soulless newborns in the D-word. Others believe the crisis had nothing to do with Widewind, and persecution of worshippers alluded to a darker motive. Yes to all of this. Oh yeah, we need to talk to our guys, don't we? Lighthouse with a purple light on it is very cool.
Did you leave a cleaning manual in my pack?
Doesn't ring a bell, but I suggest reading it when you get a chance. It's rude not to read a book given as a gift.
Since when do you worry about being rude?
I'm just saying maybe someone gave you that for a reason. I've noticed that camp supplies don't generally clean themselves.
Weren't you telling me not to wash my clothes so much?
The wilderness doesn't generally smell like boiled hardtack or peppered lithbark stew.
If this is about the time I burned your favorite pan trying to bake sweet pie in it, I'm still sorry, and I will still get you a new one. I don't know how you fit a cleaning manual in your pack anyway.
Well, I certainly wouldn't know, because I didn't give you that book.
You know, if there's something you want to say, you can always talk to me.
Back and forth between these guys. I get where they're going with it. I don't think they've quite pulled it off, though. The vibe's not quite there. Anyway, they want to talk post our meeting with Ludwig.
An assassination attempt, you know. You should be flattered.
Pick tomorrow, quandary is a future problem. Very trolley sort of a problem where no particularly good option. Okay, fair enough. That's where in real life I go with a third option of my own making, no matter who likes it or not. But I don't suppose the game's going to allow you to do that. Flattered to be assassinated. Should I be offended he changed his mind? This is a joke. Should I be offended he changed his mind?
Not at all. He was even more in awe of you when we found him in the cistern.
It's true.
You really had him at a loss when you let him go. Me too, for that matter. Don't get me wrong, I'm impressed. Not many in your position would have let him walk away.
I believe it's the most common outcome, actually, but anyway. Mistake, right thing to do. I suspect I'll regret it. It's the right thing to do.
Things aren't always that clear, especially when you're staring down a man who tried to send you back to the wheel. But I like your certainty.
Yeah, tried and failed. Why mercy? I tried curiosity, pragmatism. We tell the stories and another thing twice. I don't really know. Because he had a perfectly good reason for that. Pragmatism is part of it. Mercy is part of it. He had a good reason for what he did. Well, no, he had a legitimate grievance that he was trying to air through what he did. What he did was wrong. He also failed to kill me, so somewhere between pragmatism and mercy, really. I think we're going to go with mercy, though.
That's admirable. I'm afraid we haven't seen the last of this conflict, though. Eagwolf isn't the only hothead in the living lands, and he's
there are some good stuff in mods up these days, for sure.
About all you Adyran newcomers. And Ludwig and the Steel Garrote are only making matters worse.
Yeah, we have many good reasons. They have many good reasons to be pissed off. Yeah, I haven't even got Starfield installed at the moment. I'm up to date with all the major content that's out. They haven't released any updates since like November. So much for their 6 weekly thing. I guess that stopped at the end of last year. They're supposed to be working on another expansion, but no whisper around that either. And I haven't got the hard drive space to keep a game I'm not playing at the moment, or at least not one that's that big anyway. Although I have cleaned a bunch of space out recently, and I might actually now have the space. So we'll see. Haven't seen the last of this conflict. He's not the only hothead and not the only one with the problem with the Adirans. And Ludwig is still great at making it worse. Yeah, they are. What's still great have to do with anything? Well, they're stamping on everybody who isn't basically dancing to their tune. Excessive. Could use the order. What do you know about the rebels? Ludwig's approach is excessive.
You're far from the only one to say so.
She's insane.
Your ambassador and the rest of the Adyran forces have been dragging the frontier, kicking and screaming towards order and civilization. All the things that half of us moved here to escape. Then, one day, Ludwig and the Steel Garrote show up to reinforce the Adyran presence, and they're as harsh as Wodaka herself.
Paladins of the Goddess of Oaths and Order, of course, are strict. Two tales for my liking. It's just an idea and this them to do the dirty work, or that they're going rogue. Two tales for my liking.
Mine too. I understand discipline, but you've got to know when to give. Judging from that meeting, Ambassador Hilgard and Ludwig don't see eye to eye. I'm afraid that means trouble on the horizon, especially if Ludwig starts operating around him.
Yes, I would agree. 6-week things leading up to Shattered Space. Well, they did do it afterwards as well. Like 2 updates after Shattered Space as well. So, and they didn't say anything about bringing it, when they were going to bring it to a close. Just that they were going to continue to do it. But here, mods filling in a lot of details is all well and good, and they have said they're going to do more content. So we'll see where that is. But in terms of its general bugginess or lack thereof and issues and so on, it certainly seems to be okay. There's definitely stuff that they could tweak and improve, but they've also improved a vast amount over the well, during the first 18 months. Well, no, 14 months of it being out, 15 maybe. I'm here to investigate Dreamscourge, not mediate between them. Worries me too. Worries me too.
Nice to know I'm in good company.
It wasn't exactly worried me, and sooner or later we're going to butt heads and I'm going to have to put my foot down and tell her that she can't do what she wants to do. And then we're going to fight shortly after that. What really did piss me off at the end of that whole thing with Ludwig and Ambassador Hilgard was that you were playing as the emissary of the Emperor, and you're supposed to be speaking with his voice and his authority. That's literally the whole point of you being there. And both of them were like, oh, you have to go and do this, and I'm going to do that, and fuck. I was like, hang on a minute. I need to put my foot down and tell them if I can wind the neck in. I'm the boss here, but they treat me like a lackey. It's like, are you the envoy of the Emperor, or are you Doug's body? It's kind of, they haven't got that balance right, because getting you to go out and do quests and stuff and RPG type stuff requires you to be in more of a go do lackey type of position. But the story requires you to be in this, puts you in this position that doesn't really align with that. So there's an inevitable problem there. You fully expect Ludwig to be a hell of a boss fight. Yep, I have no doubt that is coming. Just another obstacle to overcome? Yeah.
Except it's more than your head on the chopping block.
It's hers.
I promised someone I'd do my part to look after all of us riffraff who've made a home here. My best chance of doing that is helping you investigate this plague and keep a lid on tensions. And, hopefully, fend off any future assassination attempts.
But for the company, if you say so, serve the Emperor of Adyr. Hope that wasn't a problem. Yeah, but not to the extent of being a maniac about it. Glad for the company.
Feelings mutual. It's nice to share a campfire again. I think that's enough doom and gloom for one night, don't you? Sleep easy, Envoy. As best you can.
How long have the Paradise and Rebels been active?
Rebellion's more like our natural state of being in the living lands. People on the island don't much like being told what to do. In fact, many come here specifically for that reason.
Yeah, they've been worried about Hilgard bringing Adyran laws and Adyran blades. It's not out of Adyr. He doesn't have a shred of authority except what he can enforce by stamping on people. Of course they're not happy about it. Total freedom sounds nice until you have to defend yourself with someone better armed. Yeah, so be the better armed person. Prepare for that. You know what you're letting yourself in for, and if you don't, that's on you. can sympathise. I was eager to be out from under the rules and restrictions of life back home. I can sympathise. But yeah, that doesn't quite go the way I want it to, I don't think.
Don't speak too soon, because they may have followed you here. Paradise used to be a lot more violent. Now, bandits like
Ludonarrative dissonance. It's interesting there's a term for it.
Of course, that change has come thanks to Ambassador Heelguard's Adyran troops. And the Stilgarode. Ludwine and her paladins have been busy in the hinterlands. It's all rumor and speculation.
I'm going to run into them and have problems with them then.
Cause any friends.
At least of all, because there's a whole province out here that is independent and animancer orientated, and they're there because they want to be able to practice animancy without having to worry about being persecuted in other lands. And now here come these people who want to persecute them, who are fucking following them. It's sooner or later that's going to become a fight. Paradise used to be more violent, but it's been contained somewhat by Heelguard's troop. Yeah, and the Stilgarode. But that's, yeah, that's a failing on the part of the Clavager, though. And the militia, they should have been doing a better job of policing their home, and then nobody, so that other people wouldn't feel like so inclined to come in and you know, start throwing their weight around. Shouldn't be an external third party doing this. It should be done by the locals. So what? Still isn't aided. They're just assisting us. Yeah, that doesn't make any difference. But good reason. Fuck no. Efforts turning people against Ada. So there's that. Also, I want to know. Rumors of what?
I don't like to gossip.
Spit it out.
Since when?
Okay, I like fun gossip. They say she's hunting down so-called agitators, flattening entire settlements that stand in her way.
We're going to have to put a stop to this.
All the news reaching Paradise is jumbled together. Stories about the Dreamscourge, the Stilgarode, and the weird happenings that are almost commonplace around here. So it's hard to say what's true.
Good. Some people against Ada.
I think you're right. I don't know that these rebels are all that organized yet. But where there's foam, there's rocks, as the saying goes.
Any questions about Kai we can get out? No, not really. I don't suppose there's going to be anything on Dawn, sure.
Sure. What's on your mind? Shoot.
Thoughts on
You're
companions?
asking me? I'm not much of a gossip. Okay, who do you want to know about?
How long have you known Marius?
Long enough that he's got a good roster of stories about my blunders in the wilds, which he'll remind us of constantly. He's got a soft heart under that gruff exterior. He feels things more deeply than he lets on. So, if he burns the stew one evening, maybe don't mention it.
Friends, he sure likes to give you a hard time. Difficult to get to know him, he doesn't open up. Sensible, straightforward. Likes to give you a hard time.
That's just how he shows affection. He's deeply loyal to people once he gets to know them, and he likes companionship more than he lets on. He just has a funny way of showing it. I think he left Galawain's tusks suddenly, and under unfortunate circumstances. He's never spoken directly about it, but that's what I put together, and it explains a lot. Losing home, losing the people who gave you a sense of yourself, it leaves a mark. But don't tell him I told you that. Seriously.
Can't really comment on either of those, seeing as let's go with the nice option. But I haven't really got a lot to base either of these on.
Yeah, given everything that comes with being an envoy, I bet that's especially refreshing for you. And don't worry if he starts badgering you. It's his way of showing he cares. Sure.
Right, so that's that done. We talk to Marius.
It's not every day you get to deal with the person who killed you. And since you set them free, you get to deal with them again sometime in the future.
Don't approve. Tried to kill me, didn't work. No harm done. Revenge is not my way. Let the gods decide I personally. Tried to kill me, didn't work. No harm done. Well, almost no harm.
You're more forgiving than I am. I would have at least taken a finger. Anyway, it doesn't matter what.
I'd have probably punched him.
You found the assassin, and you're still alive, which means well done, Marius. Now you're looking towards Emerald Stair. Whole other kind of deadly out there.
So technically he hasn't been all that useful yet. But yeah, like for all the, you know, he tried and failed to kill me, it didn't stick, so yeah, I certainly wouldn't really consider myself to have been murdered at that point. Just on the receiving end of an attempted murder. And I don't really oppose his ideals, if not his actions. I think I probably would have gone, yeah, you can go, oh, by the way, bam. That's for fucking shooting me with a bow. Because I think one on the chin, at the very least, is fair play. But that wasn't an option, so... what do you mean by that? You coming with us? Too bad I don't have an expert dwarven hunter as my guide. Kai's coming with me, we're fine. What do you mean by shitstorm in Emerald Stair?
I mean, if you think you've seen forests, think again. Emerald Stair is where nature goes to try out some new stuff. The trees there are fertilized by the corpses of people who thought they knew what they were getting into when they got there. But past that is the strange stuff. Ruins, spirits, and other things that you should steer clear of.
Should, not will. Too bad I don't have an expert dwarven hunter and explorer as my guide.
Right, too bad. Yeah, I mean, I could come with you, though. I'm not currently engaged anywhere else.
Good to have you along. Don't know if you have room. As good as they say. I have a feeling you follow us either way. Good to have you along.
Good to be here. We've got a bit of a walk ahead of us. You might want to get some rest. Anyway.
Tell me about yourself.
Ask away.
You grew up in Solace?
Yes, I did. The less we talk about that, the better.
Now you have to tell me what happened. Sounds like you didn't part on the best of terms. Need to know what kind of person I'm working with. Sounds like you didn't part on the best of terms.
I see. Let's lay this out, Envoy. How about this? You don't worry about my life story, and I won't roll my eyes every time you start talking about souls. Now, we just met, Envoy, and I'm here to do a job. Maybe we'll be best of friends someday, but this isn't that day. Best we just keep things professional.
Interesting. Understood. Interesting. We'll try this again some another time. Unnecessarily aggressive. Challenge accepted.
Oh, gods. It's like my first week working with Kai. All over again.
Language are you speaking? Okay, ties in.
Same one you are. What kind of blessed question is that? Oh, I see. I sometimes use Lember without really thinking about it. That's what you mean, right?
Thought I recognized it.
Right. I hear Pargrunen all over the world speak it. I only know what I learned in Solace.
Can you teach it? Unique mistake. Stop it. Can you teach me?
I barely realize I'm doing it anymore. If you want to learn Lember, you'll have to spend time in Solace. And that's not going to happen anytime blessed soon.
Very? No, I think it probably means more like fucking than very. But kind of the same.
Ah, right. Something like that. I'm sure you'll pick it up as we travel.
Like that.
It's not that blessed difficult.
What makes you the best hunter in the living lands?
Well, I'm one of the very few people who spends most of their time out in the wilds and haven't gotten themselves killed yet.
Good
I know
stuff.
the difference between Haybleed toxin and high tox bloom, which is something you should be really thankful for. And you know the Balrog and the grinning Balrog?
Not personally, no.
Oh, we've got a real Kamayu here. Wonderful. I am one of the few who have seen a Balrog and lived. Mostly because I had the brains to run the Dragu out of there. We're gonna get you where you're going, Envoy. Alive and with as few blithe tail bites as possible. That, more or less, is all you need to know about me.
Damn. That was close. Balrog. Massive creatures native to the living lands, frequently in hibernation, rarely spotted in the wild. Legend of Balrog's form reflects the preferred season and ecosystem. Okay. Kamayu, I mean, smart ass or asshole, whichever works best in context. Okay. In that case, probably smart ass, probably, marginally. Something concerned me about how you handled the situation in Greening Balrog.
Oh, do tell.
You seem to get upset when you mention Solas. Did you really poison the drink or were you bluffing? You get people walking up to you threatening you a lot. People threaten you a lot?
More often than you think. Someone's always trying to get a reputation by going after people who have one. Turns out those of us who have a reputation sometimes came by it honestly.
Very true. Bit of a dick swinging competition. You seem to get upset when you mention Solas.
We've already talked about this. I hope this isn't going to be a problem.
It was worth a shot, wasn't it? What if I said it would be a problem? One day I'll get through that, no problem. Just interested, that's all.
That much is obvious. I'm not that interesting, and I really don't like talking about the past. Let's worry about keeping you alive for now. Good?
Did you really poison the drink?
No, I didn't poison that drink. Even the rankest Nimdude walking doesn't deserve that kind of death. They clearly heard about my reputation and thought I'd do something like that. Question is, why would he drink from that cup?
Good question. Thirsty, trying to impress you, probably wasn't thinking. Trying to impress you, I guess.
Yes. Wanted to be the big man. Pride is one of the best ways to deliver poison. If he was a real hunter, he'd have studied his target and known what I was capable of. Lucky for me, he was just a tourist in need of a good reminder.
Will do.
What do you need? Right. Changing the subject?
Dodger.
Right. What do you want to know?
Tell me about Dodger.
Lovely place, as the living lands goes. I advise most people to stay around here if they're looking to settle. Paradise isn't the safest place in the world, but it is the safest place in the lands. Walls and guards go a long way out here. Other than that, you've got bits of forest, grasslands, some caves, cliffs, and all sorts of things to get you into trouble. This is the easiest place to survive in the living lands. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Anything interesting out there?
Huh. Heard an envoy from Adyr showed up and got himself killed. Other than that, nothing. Honestly, I don't listen out for gossip much. I don't know what to tell you.
Any tips for surviving around here?
Let's see. Normally you look for some shelter first. Cut down a few small trees, gather moss to keep the wind out. Nothing too elaborate. With so little tree cover, you want to keep moving. The reeds near the coast make great fibers or rope, so you can lash branches together and make a decent roof. Of course, we're always moving, so we just make a quick camp and carry on. So you don't have to worry about all that.
Okay.
Right. Good talk.
Still a little bit to talk about.
Verno, huh? Guess if you're looking for an animancer, that's the place to go.
You're set up by the finest animancers in Valia. If anyone can help, it's them.
I don't know about all that. They decided to settle in a hostile forest and use animancy to conquer it. We might get there and find that these people aren't as ready and willing to help you as you hope they are.
Depends whether or not I have a problem with animancy. And right now, my position is it's potentially dangerous knowledge, but forbidden thing is a bit over the top. And the persecution thing, very over the top. Worth a try, we'll get what we need one way or another. Emerald Stair, don't see excited about seeing for your... Well, it's worth a try.
Yeah. Looking forward to dragging you people through Emerald Stair, on the distant chance Fior will be feeling generous with their time. I've led a few people there from Paradise or Thirdborn, and I've almost lost someone on every trip.
Someone's slipping.
I said, almost.
Thank you for your expertise.
Just glad I can help. Right, changing the subject.
I do recognise the voice actor for Marius. From a few things, I think. But he's not quite as unique sounding a voice. The guy voicing Kai and Garrus has such a distinctive voice that you can't fail to recognise it, but this guy's a bit more subtle. Thoughts about companions?
Companions? It's just Kai, isn't it?
For now.
As you know, Kai and I have worked together in the past. It's a blessed miracle he never got me killed. Honestly, he's a good guy. A bit too quick to ask questions for my taste, but... Kai's good enough. Tell him I said that I'll cut a hole in your water skins. Pleasant dreams.
There we go. Now we're up to date with everything. Next step is to... I think we're all good on the gear and everything, aren't we? Apart from I need a better arquebus, but I'll be getting one of those. Otherwise, I think it's time to press on. After a brief dream.
Mirrors, we have touched something like your dreams before.
Why do you keep showing up in my dreams? You feel like home somehow. Why do you appear when I sleep? Why do you appear when I sleep?
The leaf remembers the stem. We have questions. We must know.
We're rotating.
A killer freed. A predator returned to the woods. You bled and forgave. Why? Should he not suffer for your pain?
I mean, I would have punched him. Fuck off. I'm not going to tell you again. Someone has to break the cycle of bloodshed. I make decisions here, not you. Someone has to break the cycle of bloodshed.
Compassion for the snake. He killed our beloved. Our weeds tangled. This is not our way. A dam broke. We wept in the dark when your soul slipped away.
Really?
We feared for you, felt your agony. We could not forgive.
Let it go.
Petals disperse on the wind.
Seeds.
Wake now.
Better than petals.
We have tending to do.
His voice is a bit demanding in a way that I don't really like or trust either. Right then, so the only thing we have to do is travel to Fielder, and everything else is clear apart from that Forge of Star stuff, which is way ahead. And apparently, getting to Fielder is something I am under-leveled for. Presumably because I've only just got everything into the fine category. These don't count. But, yeah. My weapons will need some upgrades, but I can't get them, whoops, until I get over there. Okay, so the gate is over this way, yeah. Is that what I thought it was? I still want to go over here and have a look at this camp because we kind of avoided doing that last time. Well, I don't know that that's the worst bog I've ever seen, but it's got to be up there. Nice axe. Oh, there's a merchant here somewhere. Yeah.
Hail, friend. Always nice to see
Marina.
a fellow traveler out here. Where are you headed?
Adyran left his thing. I have already done it. We did it a while back anyway. Going to Fjord, exploring the lands, wherever feet take me, but I'm not going to Fjord.
Truly? Then we're heading the same way. Though Emerald Stair is not
She's
my
pretty.
ultimate goal. One of my ancestors apparently grew up in Solace Keep, deep in the living lands. I hope to find this place.
Where are you traveling to Solace Keep?
It's my ancestral home. Sure, I may have grown up in Stalwart, but I'm Pagroon through and through, just like the dwarves here in the living lands.
If your ancestors left Solace, it isn't your ancestral home anymore.
Some things never change. Whether I'm here or back in Stalwart, it's always the Pagroonen that make me question this journey.
Yeah, I've thoroughly explored Dawnshore. I don't think there's much that I haven't done here. Certainly not quest-wise and things like that. There's probably some tiny little things here and there that I missed, but nothing major. And yeah, we did find that one a while ago. How did you learn about Solace Keep?
Fair question. Not something you'd expect someone all the way in the White March to hear about. After my grandmother was taken by the Usher, I found her mother's writings, centuries old. They talked about a home her family left when she was just a child.
Oh, the Usher's
and from that moment,
God of
I
Death.
knew I had
Or
to
one of them.
return.
One of the names for the God of Death, I believe. Berath, yeah. God of Death takes two forms. Pallid Knight, a black-haired soldier, or the Usher, a wrinkled silent dwarf, yeah. So what you got for sale? Fine bow, fine greatsword, fine plate armor, which actually really looks quite awful. Actually somewhat historically accurate, but not particularly nice. Male hauberk's quite a cute looking thing. If you go medium armor. Fine sword, I'd like to see the full look at that. Fine robe, Ardra will be worth buying. How am I doing for cash? Actually not too bad, so yeah, I will buy that. And Parisian ladder I'll buy as well. Lockpicks, I will buy those. That's all I need to buy really, I think. Anything I need to sell? I don't suppose there is really. Cool. Let's do business with ya. Aaron, Sean. It's a large chunk of meat. Flashbacks to watching Kenobi there.
Would it kill the claviger to send us some better food?
You really couldn't make that any worse, you ass.
Huh? What are you talking about?
What do you seriously haven't heard yet? Oh, shit.
Heard what?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Emerald Stair must be lovely this time of year.
I'm not gonna be the one to tell him.
Claviger's dead, dumbass. Ooh. I really need more lockpicks. Lots more lockpicks. Some goodies there, though. Music just got rather epic, presumably to go with the view.
Enjoy the relative calm.
Between tensions in the city, threats outside, the militia's in over their heads.
Not really my scene, that show. Never been much of a WWE, whichever version it is. WWE in this case, is it? Yeah, it's never really been my thing. I know enough that there's several that sound somewhat similar. Stick? I don't know. Seems like a slightly grumpy individual. Can I help you? Who are you? Need something? I was just leaving. Do you have a problem? Can I help you?
On the contrary, Paradise believes it can help you.
More of you? How long will you keep following me? I agree to let you go. What more do you want from me? More of you?
Careful, he could be a messenger. Or this could get interesting.
We wait in places you will never think to look.
Yeah,
Your
of course.
mercy for our compatriots has not gone unnoticed. Take this. We deem you worthy. This time, we trust you will remember our gratitude.
You might have, your people might have failed to murder me. They still tried. It's you should be showing gratitude for the fact that I didn't butcher you like hogs. It was the right thing to do. But I could have made an argument for his head being mine by right, really. Would I certainly would. Oh, this is going to be badass, isn't it? Big ass motherfucking drawbridge. Yep, that's badass, alright.
Hold a moment. They tell me you're going to Emerald Stair. Business or pleasure?
Business, pleasure, can I pass on? Business, I guess.
Well, just remember to cover your mouth, sneeze into your elbow, and sleep with lavender under your pillow. Fair warning, Envoy. Before you showed up, Inquisitor Ludwine barged past me. She was looking none too pleased.
You look a whole lot less pleased by the time I stick her in a hole in the ground and shovel some dirt over her. Can't do that. Don't suppose she said where she was going. She comes goes like a storm, don't get in her way. Did she happen to mention where she was going?
I didn't ask. The less I know, the better. Anyway, I thought you should know Ludwine's on the prowl. Tread lightly.
I will tread heavily, actually, on her neck.
Who knows what. Wonderful.
Given how angry she was about Eagwolf, probably best we give her a wide berth.
I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and then when she goes and causes problems, I'm going to have to go and stamp on her, because I'm sure that's going to be how this goes. Also, I think I mentioned this last time, but the little swirly things here on this lady's breastplate should meet in the middle, and they should be V-shaped. They're not decorative, they're functional. Well, they should be. The idea is that when a blow scoots upwards off the breastplate, as it is, it will get fed through the gap, because the rounded edges with that shape will channel it through the gap straight up towards the throat and the chin. Now, there's a lip there, but it's not much. And you should be wearing a helmet anyway. But if it was a solid V, which is meant to be, it'll deflect any upward travelling damage or impact, be it a sword tip or an arrow or whatever, up on either side of your head so that you don't get hit in the face, which is what that is supposed to be for on her chest there. So it's not just decorative like they've made it there. And by making it decorative, they've actually made it less effective, quite a lot so, because it's going to channel things into the middle. Anyway. Ah. I thought I might have to walk over it, but apparently not. Oh, there are a group of people out there who go get excited about drawbridges, like people who go train spotting. Well, there's plenty of people who are into castles and that sort of architecture and stuff. So I suppose there probably are. not exclusively when it comes to drawbridges and stuff, but certainly about that sort of thing. How's it going, Tengu? You alright?
Can't say I'm sad to be leaving Paradise. I had no idea how tense things were with the Adyrans moving in. And now we have to worry about whether the man who killed
thanks.
you is going to try again.
I made this all very clear already. He's not going to try again. He's fucking shit his pants that I came back and hunted him down. And he was extremely grateful for the fact that I didn't kill him. He's like, okay. In between being like terrified of the whole situation, he was like, no, okay, I fucked up bad. I won't try that again. He was quite apologetic. Yeah, I got a second chance at life. He deserved one too.
It's what most of us come here for. I only wish more of us really got one. Unfortunately, the Steel Garrote will see this as an excuse to crack down. I get the feeling they've been looking for one.
Steel
Need
Garrote?
one. They were going to find one
I
one
figured
way
they're
or
just
another
more
anyway.
intense Adyran soldiers.
Paladins devoted to Wodaka, zealous but effective. Deployed to hunt traitors and oathbreakers. They help bring order. They're all may have started in Adia, but don't can you use those fanatics with us? Yeah, there we go.
Oh, I hear you. Unfortunately, if you're marching shoulder to shoulder, some of their stink is bound to rub off on you.
I don't like that Ludwig woman. She gives me the vrikas.
Yeah, I've
Willies.
seen floggings gentler than the scolding she gave Hilgard. One's tacking when the other's jibing, if you catch my drift.
Sure do. Number phrase used in Living Lands to describe feeling of unease in an unknown situation. Willies, yeah. Tension is healthy. Hard to believe if she's supposed to be working with him. I do not catch her drift. It's hard to believe she's supposed to be working with him. She's a problem, is what she is.
And that's going to mean trouble for everyone around them before long.
And it's a good thing
Bridge
we're getting out of
appreciation
this.
society. That doesn't surprise me either.
Yeah.
It's amazing
Much as
bridges in the
Liviana
world.
misses our company, I wouldn't count
Amazing
on your
feats of
mysterious
engineering.
friend reviving you a second time.
Are you listening to that friend when you go all blank-eyed from time to time? Does your special friend talk to you? I mean, I had an imaginary friend when I was little, but they never brought me back from the dead.
He means that with all due professional respect.
No, he doesn't.
Of course.
How do you know this friend doesn't mean us any harm?
Brought me back to life. If they meant harm, could have left me. Oh, they have their own motivations, but I think that their goals are more important to them than whether or not it does me harm. But philosophical, because they like to have philosophical discussions and talking poems. I don't know that yet.
Well, maybe figure it out. We can't prepare for what we don't know is coming.
They play
We're
bridge
headed
after
to
the
Pure
meet.
Messy Verno to see if the Animancers know anything about the Dreamscourge, right? Maybe we'll learn something about your
It's a jargon-filled sentence.
condition in the process.
Right. When it comes time to deal with Animancers, you two are on your own.
I've always wanted to observe their work up close. Outlawed an idea for a reason. Meddling with souls is dangerous. It's dangerous work, but it shouldn't be outlawed. It should be done in a controlled manner, like most science. No one understands souls like they do. If they know something, we should hear them out. Living Lands is not a place for a colony of scholars. I always wanted to observe their work up close.
Just mind how close you get. Their experiments don't always go as planned.
They could stand
He's
around
right.
and have scholarly debates about souls all they want. Gives me a great opportunity to take a nap.
Yeah,
I
if
haven't
that
been
was
back
all
in a
they did,
while, but
yeah.
Pure is an interesting place. It was founded about 50 years ago by a disgraced Valian duke and a handful of animancers who'd soured on politics in the republics.
Town full of nobles, scholars, and leeches. All surviving off the work of the farmers who grow food for the whole island.
Somehow I think there's probably a bit more to it than that. Duke, Valian term for ruler of a sovereign city-state. Yeah, I assume this is a French version of it, because the English version would be a K, not a C, and it would have an E on the end of it, and it looks a little bit less like it's going to go quack when you do it, when you spell it with a K and an E. But when you put it that way, I just get the feeling it is going to be like quack, 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 quack. Anyway. Not all useless bookworms. Can't wait to see this. And they've managed to survive in the wilderness. I think there's a bit more to it than meets the eye, though.
Right. You know, present company excluded. And all that.
Don't take it personally. Marius only does this with people he likes.
I'd say something back at you, but I'm just not feeling it for some reason.
See what I mean?
Just quackers. Yeah, exactly. What's this about fuel?
It turns out that academics are as ungovernable as the rest of us.
Just a different kind of
I
ungovernable.
don't understand what they're messing with. They can't tame the wilds with machinery.
They've held it at bay until recently. Their ingenuity, or madness, or heresy, take your pick, has fed a lot of people in the living lands. But, rumor has it, some unnatural blight is destroying their crops.
Dreamscourge. Right when the Dreamscourge appears. Hopefully I've been able to learn something of the Dreamscourge, yeah.
We'll find out soon enough. And while we're in Emerald Stair, there's something I've been putting off. An old friend from my time in Thirdborn had a cabin out in the woods.
The French ducks say le quack.
He passed a while ago, but he left something for me that I never got around to picking up. But since we'll be in Emerald Stair anyway...
We'll get the cabin.
You won't regret it. Emerald Stair's lovely this time of year. Even the Delumgon bloom.
No matter what I tell you, you keep picking flowers from things that want to kill you.
Hey, they love me. You just gotta ask nicely. Compliment their foliage.
Right. Maybe buy them a drink before they choke you to death with vines.
Exactly the kind of journey I was hoping for. Didn't expect to get this. Didn't expect the assignment to get this complicated. Then we'll say that dangerous. This is going to be easy. Is it that dangerous?
Imagine a flooded area, but instead of water, it's all plants that just seem to want you lost, starving, and dead. Step on the wrong thorn or eat the wrong leaf, and you'll find yourself paralyzed or exploding out of both ends.
He's just trying to scare you. But he's also right. You and I have quite the adventure ahead of us, Envoy.
Marion's not coming with us?
Now that you mention it, you're gonna need my help if you're traveling through the lands with this Nimdude. I have 2 rules. No campfire songs, and no hugs. That last one's non-negotiable.
I hear wiggle room on the singing.
If we're done being ridiculous, we should get some rest. We'll be in Emerald Stair tomorrow.
Good to have you with us, Marius.
Right. Go to bed before you violate the hugging rule.
There's a funny thing about French ducks, though. Surprising number of variations in the way that languages describe the sounds animals make. I think everybody would accept that a dog goes woof, but they do not. Apparently. I should see if I need to cook anything, shouldn't I? And store some of this. I need to upgrade anything like that. Well, I do need to upgrade things. I haven't got the means to. Game for the gameplay, stay for the French duck impersonations. Yeah, exactly. Quaquettes. I don't actually know what how the French would describe the sound a duck makes. I bet there would be differences, though. They really need to make this menu less shit. Like, much less shit. Checking PS5 games on sale. Always worthwhile, unless you don't own a PS5. I guess we jump the fence and head on out, don't we? Map unmarked. You'd think the regions would be a bit better marked actually at this point. Apparently not. This must be my tent. So that must be storage, I guess? It looks like it'd be Kai's, but I don't see where Kai sleeps unless he just hangs out by the fire all night. I'm guessing maybe that is Kai's tent. Anyway. Yeah, rock and roll. Yeah, I do feel like all the varying issues around Paradise, the Claviger and the militia needed to do a much better job of maintaining order and so on. A lot of their problems could have been offset somewhat by better, more effective leadership. Ooh, I remember this from pre-launch footage. This is familiar. That doesn't look good.
Oh, would you be a dear and help with these formulas, please?
Looks like she could use our help. Let's give her a hand.
Watch the left. Then raw.
Don't get too comfortable. More are on the way.
Damn. He stopped moving. I didn't expect him to. Oh, well, he's dead now. Can't remember what the dodge button is. Not that one. Okay, right. Ah, that's dodge. Okay.
Oh, fantastic.
Friction and space.
People. I was about to lose my wits.
A mind's question. The dust of the Akita in her hair. She knocks. We would answer.
You
Interesting.
wouldn't happen to have a ladder on hand, would you?
Total subtitles. Get a picture of crazy Orlan lady. Books, not ladders. Obviously not. What do you need a ladder for? Kai Barris, get this fine lady a ladder. Books, not ladders.
Don't take that tone with me, darling. There's a beautiful vase right in those ruins that I cannot reach. And as sharp as my wits are, they are a poor substitute for a ladder. But perhaps we don't need one. You're tall, striking, and well-toned.
And they have an epic mustache. It's true, you should touch my abdominal muscles. They ripple. What's so important about this buzz? What are you suggesting? Can we focus? Are you flirting with me? I'm leaning into this. Why not?
Do they really? I wonder what other advantages godlikes come with. Maybe the three of you have experimented?
I'll try anything twice.
It's more of an animancy thing, isn't it?
When we say such activities can be expressed with a myriad of methods.
You make lovemaking sound like Hector Brewer discussing tea. Flaccid.
Yeah.
In any event, I already have a lover. He always carries a ladder. But sadly, he's busy helping the
I'm sure he's just
animals
pleased to
in
see her.
And I need this vase now.
I can help you. It's a little trouble. Doesn't have to be the governor of Fio. And I need skeets. Pay up and you get yours. It doesn't have to be the governor, does he?
Oh, absolutely not. Vidaro, the governor, is an uptight postinago. But if you want to know about the governor, fetch me that artifact. The vase sits atop that tower beside us, in the ruins there. And once you've got it, look me up. Yaxley, wizard extraordinaire, godless expert, and a Balrog in the bedroom.
You do meet the most
No.
interesting people.
I can get you 1,000 faces that don't require going into some ancient ruins. No one listens to me.
Small, fuzzy, horny lady. Wizard lady. I feel like I've just picked up the flesh of a creature I killed, and not in a hunting kind of a way, more of in a I'm about to cannibalize it kind of a way. So, there's Fior, apparently. Nice cabin. Ugh. Bloody fog of war. I do hate it. I'd kind of be more okay with a blank map that you're filling in along the way, as long as it had like the sort of you know, the general lay of the land, even if it doesn't have the actual locations marked. Just not the frickin' fog of war thing.
Good. You are aware I can see you digging through my things, aren't you?
Yeah, you didn't seem to be complaining. So I'm pretty sure I just got a... Probably a wand, but okay, maybe not. Either way, what did I get for trouble there? Most of the upgrade stuff, and there's something else. A lockpick, definitely don't mind having that. I like her. This is sun's coming up. Alright. Good, finally picking up some upgrade materials, because for fine tier gear, which I definitely need in large quantities.
This one's mine.
Worth and Rob!
Nice work.
Yeah, I set myself on fire a little bit, but you know. I got poisoned. Okay, so I think there's something that reduces the poison effect, isn't there? I probably have. Cures poison. There we go. Yeah, I'll start with that. Then go back and get some health food. Oh, I see where we are. She's down there, right? Okay, and there's a campsite there. Cool. Must be Fiora over there. Springberries and grog. Don't have any loose springberries. Definitely have the grog though. Nice. Governor Vidaro orders a halt excavation. Emerald Stair is going through changes and it's unstable in more ways than one. While I understand his concerns, if the use ruins have been here a long time, I don't think they're going anywhere. I wish I could say the same for us. Feels like the land doesn't want us here and I can't argue with the land. This is Creed Odyssey, not bad. Interesting look. Keep an eye out for some transmog options that are worth having. There's the vase she wants. Not sure why she needed a ladder. Presumably she was unable to make the initial climb onto the like up here or something. Or onto the scaffolding, one or the other. Marius, you've just walked right into the picture I was about to take. Here we go, strange lady, I got your pot for you. Yaxley.
Honest titties, you found it! I tried using magic to get the vase down, but alas. Thankfully you and your little friends came along and saved the day.
Excuse me. We're all bigger than you are, Nimdude.
I may be small, but my magic is not, I assure you.
Really? I bet you can't perform Archivist Dazzling Lights. Fair enough. Promised information on the Governor. It's not about size, it's how you use it. Dazzling Lights, go on then.
Of course I can. Are you a wizard as well? Remarkable. An Adyran godlike wizard. You're nearly as fascinating as this godless vase. But I'd best pack up. I want to get home. I've a new artifact to study. Thank you for your help, godlike. Even if you didn't have a ladder.
Didn't really need a ladder.
Something I hope never happens again.
I've got a few inches to spare if she changes her mind.
Hard to argue with this point, no? Travellers to Emerald Stair proceed at own risk. Unprecedented environmental changes have weakened our infrastructure, opened treacherous sinkholes, and angered the local flora and fauna. Unless you have critical business in Fiorba Severo, I suggest you turn back until the situation normalizes, which could be any day now. Governor Ignacy Vidaro. Someone scribbled at the bottom, this is the new normal. here and see if I can get any cool pictures.
One moment.
Doesn't seem like I've missed anything. Nope, not getting any cool pictures. How's it going, Steve? That Assassin's Creed mentioned and you woke up. Summoned you. Interesting looking trees. They remind me of that type of tree, actually. Kind of deserty trees, really.
Right behind you.
Is that all you got?
What is worth and wrong?
Not bad, Marius.
Let's see what's in there, aren't we?
Stand back.
From work, cat food, nodded off. Yeah, it do be like that sometimes. Had these dreams lately. Tried talking to the others. They think I'm insane. I'm not. There's something in the earth, the island. I've spoken to animants as watchers, priests. No one understood. I felt it. No God answered my prayers when I was without a single mercy. I felt it. Felt the radiating heat of packed dirt, cooling kiss of the wind. I'm not the champion. I'm not even the first to know them. I'm an ant before the awe of infinity. Something is coming. Dark times, sick times. I'll be with them when it happens. Tiniest margin closer to divinity. Okay. Weird, but I'll take your goodies. Yeah. Coastal farms. Very interesting. Very interesting, I tell you.
I've never seen Emerald Stair like this. It's usually so nice.
It's decidedly foggy right now. Yeah, Dreamscourge killing their plants. Not good.
Oh, more of this stuff. Has anyone figured out how to get rid of it? Arms up! Take your best shot!
What?
Weapon's not doing the job!
This I can see. Wasn't particularly efficient. I definitely need something more in a direct damage dealing thing. I've got a couple of crowd control options, but I could do one more. Oh, actually, there's a damage dealer I didn't count for there. But still. Yeah. looking buildings. The Animancy seems to just about be keeping this farm functioning. Anyway, let's do some tip at camp. And let's see if we can't see a bit more on the other side. Yes, I need to upgrade. I'm aware of this. Okay, first thing I need to do is stash stuff. So the first thing I want to do is transmog. I want to scrap. That I want to scrap. Okay. Now that looks a little bit more sensible for my look, rather than the weird bare-armed shit that I had going on before.
I need you to stalk like a cat, not stomp around like a battle rock.
My training was a lot bigger on stomping than stalking, unfortunately.
Right, and I got cooking lessons in Solace.
Get a glowing aid mask, nice.
Mash every night for dinner. The bears out here can hear a snapfly dropping Sokka from across the stair. You don't want to get eaten, you need to walk softly.
I'll remind you of that next time you start playing your flute at camp.
That is different. Bear's natural prey doesn't tend to play flutes.
They might show up to get you to stop.
I've had this flute for years, and I have yet to be killed by a bear.
On second thought, maybe that's what's keeping them away.
He's had those big heavy feet for years and he's not been killed by a bear yet either. Right, anyway. Could upgrade that. Improve my armor. I'd rather improve my damage, actually. My Fromin Grimoire of Elements, I think, is probably play. Although the pistol would also be good. Improves the cost. I think the pistol's probably going to be a better bet. More damage, yeah. Let's do that. Or I could upgrade 5% lesser cost. Tempting. Improve the damage reduction. No, I think I'm going to go for upgrading the pistol for now. Yes, that is what I want to do, I think. If I went crafting, don't apparently have enough to do this. I have loads in, I have a bunch of this stuff in my stash, but I can't pull it out the stash to craft with, unfortunately. I'll go and have a look at this. So yeah, if I wanted to make Ailey's talent, I can actually make a whole bunch of this. Give me 1 second. Lots of noise going on outside. I want to see what's happening. Won't be a moment. Right, sorry for the interruption there, folks. I did hear noises and things and stuff. I wonder what was going on. Turns out the cat is sending my missus to bed. She's had supper, the cat that being, and now she wants to go to bed. And she doesn't like doing that on her own. Yes. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that for now. It's quite adorable, but somewhat inconvenient, apparently. Yes, it's not quite so bad when she does it in the evening, although it's slightly annoying. It's extremely annoying that she does exactly the same thing in reverse first thing in the morning to get us up to feed her at like 7 o'clock in the morning. We tried desperately to convince her that sometime after 8 o'clock is breakfast time, but it seems to be an uphill battle. Alright, so let's do that one first. Cool. So now that's everything upgraded to Fine 2, so hopefully that'll be an improvement. I do need to upgrade this, which I could technically do, and if I can get it all the way here, cannot. Don't know what it would take. It's, yeah, I haven't quite got enough now to get over the line there, but I'll be getting something better anyway, so it's not worth upgrading it. Do a lot more sizzly crackly, I feel like. Anyway, let's have a quick nap, and then we will push on. We're doing for time. Cool.
The armored mask. We dream of steel and charred earth and flame. The memory binds. Flee from her. We fear. For us.
Ludwin.
For you.
It's unsettled. Do you want to talk about it? What's your problem with that? Get out there. Talk about it.
Blazing ire. It burns and feeds upon itself. Pain through the smoke, we recall. You are not safe with her.
No, she does seem to be a maniac. No, Ludwin, she wouldn't harm an innocent. Fucking hell, yes she would. Without a second fucking thought. Moreover, nothing, haven't done anything to anger her, I'm not afraid. Are you sure you don't have history with her? Can't you tell me more?
We reach, the spines tear into us.
I suspect this, if my theory is correct, and this voice is an old god.
We burned once. Burned. We... No.
Either this is Wodaka and she doesn't remember being Wodaka, which is possible. More likely, I suspect, it's this is in fact an old god who ran into conflict based on what we heard for the Wodaka's totem as well. With Wodaka, I think that's more likely to be the case. And that's how Wodaka became the burned goddess, because of the battle that cost this god their godhood, whatever, freedom, and also probably brought down the civilization of which we were prior to being reincarnated the leader of, I'm guessing, and that's probably what's happening. Ambushed and chloroformed. Did Ludwin hurt you specifically? Don't know what you're talking about, but you're safe with me at least. Starting to think you deserved it. She hurt you specifically?
A storm from the same spark. All
yep.
Cuts with
conflict with Wodaka then.
Steer clear of the scourging fire, or extinguish it.
Bounce doesn't answer. If it comes to it, I'll deal with it my way.
No recourse but teeth.
Yeah.
The flame spreads toward the garden wall. Listen. Have care. Have care.
Yep. Knew she was going to be the problem. Still foggy as shit, apparently. Can't hope for a weather improvement, but I'm not terribly surprised I didn't get one. Oh, see what we've got going on here, if we can. Elia's Revenant Farm.
As if people weren't hungry enough.
Why is it somehow worse when the Revenants aren't trying to kill you?
Oh, I see. They're using Revenants to...
A godlike in Emerald Stair. Well, well, maybe our luck's improving.
They've got undead workers, okay. And there's a lighted crop quest item, okay. So we'll find out what the deal with that is before long.
I'd offer to shake your hand, but I've been elbow deep in Beatrice all day.
Well, lucky Beatrice. Looking for the governor. Know where I find him? Excuse me? You mean that rotting cadaver? What happened here? Doesn't seem like the time or place to be cutting somebody apart. A cadaver?
Try and use their names, if you don't mind. It builds their confidence. As you can see, this is my reanimated corpse farm.
Welcome back.
Oh, and what do you use for fertilizer? Other corpses?
I'm trying to demonstrate the value of undead labor. But of course, nothing is ever that simple.
I mean, as far as what you can use them for, fine. In terms of depriving the living of work, less fine, although cheaper. What happens when they get loose? That's what I'm concerned about. Using the undead for labor?
What am I supposed to do? Just let them decompose? Reanimated corpses are the future of manual labor. Cost-effective, low maintenance, and very friendly. Now, Beatrice, she's being a real problem, if you can believe it. Would you be a dear and reach into her guts? Feel around for anything that doesn't belong.
I'll die of old age before I run out of puns on this fucking line of conversation. Or innuendos at least. Already did. Looks like she's got some shaped some spoiled crops. Kidding me? She's your revenant. I'll tell you what doesn't belong in there. My hand. All of the above.
So the blight got into my revenant and interfered with her raising. That confirms one of my theories. Not only is the Dreamscourge affecting our farms, it's disrupting animancy, unraveling our work. Sounds like I have more research ahead of me, but at least now I have a sense of direction. Thank you for getting your hands dirty on my behalf, godlike. You're a natural.
Yeah, there's definitely some questions there, like cheap labour, disposable labour to a certain extent, that's just iffy in and of itself. Mind you, you look at building empires on cheap disposable labour, it's historically a thing that happened, but in terms of successful national growth and economic growth, paid workers tend to be far more effective than cheap forced ones. No, if you look at the rate of growth and stuff and advancement across civilizations, it's yeah, our more modern way of doing things has resulted in far better results than the old use cheap disposable labour approach ever did. But yeah, if she's preventing souls from passing on, that's not good. That should definitely not be a thing that is allowed. If they're just empty shells that have been reanimated and energized using something else, you know, Frankenstein's monster but no soul kind of deal, then not so much a problem, but you still have to look into whether or not they're taking away jobs from people who need them. But then again, there's always other jobs for people to do, some of which may be a little less miserable than the state of it, like the work that the undead are doing. And ultimately, ideally, you want to use your technology so that nobody has to work and they can spend their lives doing, creative and positive things that aren't, labouring to survive. It's the ultimate goal, or should be anyway. Dig through a lot of corpses. Thought everyone did.
Not really. But that's all right. You and I have something in common.
What's with all the equipment around the farms?
We're animancers. Hooking up equipment and seeing what happens is what we do. You see, the living lands is rich with essence, the energy of souls. We channel this energy into our fields. And that's why Emerald Stair is the breadbasket of the living lands.
There's something poetic about the idea of plants eating souls to survive.
If that's what's going on.
But as you can see, we've been dealing with some...
Yeah, exactly, Gary. Well, I don't know about perfectly fine. Mostly fine. The other thing is, if you view them as a disposable workforce and they are people first to work after their death, then on the one hand, at least they get to die eventually. But on the other hand, your basically, disposable people thing is dodgy as all hell. Back to the whole kind of Measure of a Man Star Trek episode there. Channeling souls into crops is unconventional but brilliant. I'm not really a fan of that. Depending on forces you can't control, it's matters. Could it be the Dreamscourge? Both of these, that's true to an extent if they can't control them. Channeling souls into your crops is not great because, you're stopping them passing on, if that's what's happening. But there's too many what-ifs that are just not covered in 3 options on the conversation wheel. It's like, I'd want to ask questions that I don't have the opportunity to ask here. And as this person is supposed to be an arcane scholar, he should be asking those questions, not just going so generically. Dreamscourge?
Giata thinks so, and I trust Giata. Traditional farms depend on water, sunlight, and the mercy of insects. What you see here is no different.
Yeah, exactly.
Animancy can change the world, but it's an uphill climb. People don't trust what they don't understand. Come back soon.
Well, it's interesting. Okay.
Hand in hand, they toil, and the earth gives in return. The smile of the harvest.
Whatever this voice is, they're a bit bloody weird.
Seven in the past week. How am I supposed to live like this?
Giuseppe Abacchio.
Ah, Ado. You've caught me at an unfortunate time. You wouldn't happen to be an animancer?
Never heard of such a thing, no. Dabbled at some point. Don't tell me something to do with your unfortunate time. Absolutely not. Revenant's essence, it all smells of heresy. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Not the heresy, it's the literal implications, not the religious ones, that are the problem. Ado is a Valiant greeting, okay. Dabbled.
Gods, it's about time somebody like you came along. If I have to chase down one more revenant, I'll lose my mind.
Can't be that fast, can they? In your defense, I wouldn't want to catch a dead body either. What do you think to put bells on them? You're the one who let them run around. I wouldn't want to catch a dead body either.
They can't even move fast, but I turn away for an instant and another one is gone.
Yeah, it's a weird hybrid,
It
isn't it?
wouldn't be so bad if I had any idea where they went. All I'm doing is wearing my shoes out.
Of course, I don't know if it is French or if it's Spanish or if it's both. Don't know where they went. We have to contain this before people panic. Sounds like a problem for earlier, not me. I sense a request coming. Will people panic? I don't suppose they will around here, actually.
It's not like I enjoy imposing on you, but I'm afraid if I look for them, the rest will wander off. If Elia finds out, I'll never hear the end of it.
I see he's a farmhand. So appeal to her vanity, tell her she can fix it, it'd work on me. Be honest, what do you do to offend her? Is this feud worth losing your livelihood? Shouldn't get involved. Do academics fight for anything you saw? Appeal to her vanity.
I have to have some standards, even at a time like this. You know, maybe there is something.
Yeah, it is a dodgy Italian,
Maybe I
isn't it?
know where they went.
As well.
I've caught them trying to shamble off to the nearby lake before. Revenants aren't very bright. That can't be a coincidence. They must be attracted to something. It could even have power over them.
Calling the undead, have to know more. Right, I'll humor you. What kind of something? If that's true, why aren't they swarming Elia's farm? So if your morbid curiosity gets me killed. What kind of something?
It could be anything in a place like this. A relic? A grimoire? Luminous Adra? No, that wouldn't make sense.
No, I have to know. Controlling the undead, I have to know more. Yeah.
I was hoping you'd say that. Just follow the trail of revenants. Oh, and if you find something, I'd be grateful if you brought it here. I want to see whether it leads the surviving revenants back. The only way to find out is to experiment.
I mean, he's not wrong, but still. Well, it's a bit foggy around here. I don't see a trail of revenants leading down here. Revenants often head towards Lake Lacuna. Okay, so that'll be off in that direction anyway, not around here, okay. Also not what I was expecting, but anyway. 50 around. These docks look like they've seen better days. Nothing nice anyway, I don't think. We got here. Cash and some crafting materials. You have a hard time catching any fish. There's no line on your rod. It does beg the question, what's causing it to bend, though?
great mystery is, are godlike blessed or cursed? The gods are silent on this question.
Neither. They just are. Anything else is speculation.
Ah, I hate speculation. I want answers.
We all, old boy, don't we all? Sword, hammer, pistol. You start off. If I was that close to a horse's wiener, I'd be more about getting pissed on. Any opportunity to quote Robin Hood Men in Tights is a worthwhile one.
Please, excuse us.
I can't believe my eyes. A true godlike, and in such good shape.
I'll work out, what can I say? It works out well for me. Oh, I can't get up there. We've got some kind of weird animancy-powered boat. Yeah, I have a lot of sort of open-ended questions regarding animancy that really would pertain to how I feel about it. The impact of using souls for animancy is a little... I think I managed to go straight through the gap there. It's a little unclear. Well, depends what you're doing with them, I suppose. Helping them pass on? Great, go right ahead. Preventing them from doing that so that you can profit by using the souls of the dead for energy or whatever at their cost, to their detriment. That's cool. The whole thing's just a little bit ambiguous on that point. Or points like that. How many have you seen that were arrow shaped? Well, maybe she's only ever seen a dead godlike.
Maybe a team of carpenters.
This is true, but I feel like up here somewhere there's going to be something worth having and have a look at. And put a big structure like this without being something good at the top of it, right? Someone quest related over there. Talk to them in a minute. Thanks, Lieutenant Sagner's journal. Depending on which version of the accent you want to go for. Meticulously written journal full of dull routine entries. Clear, Lieutenant Sagner takes the post seriously despite how uneventful it is. One entry stands out from the rest. Excuse me. Heard that damn noise again. It sounds like something's howling in distress, or out of loneliness. I don't know, and I don't really care. Whatever it is, it might be a threat. If we had the numbers, I'd send a ranger down the coast for reconnaissance. I'm willing to bet my best knife that whatever that noise is, it's coming from the cave on the shore. The place always gave me the creeps. Something isn't right about it for now. We just need to remain vigilant. Not like anything happens here anyway. Purple.
Hey, I don't care who you are. You can't go around reading someone's journal.
Don't leave it lying out there then.
Hoped? Or have you got any lingering questions you're dying for me to answer?
What do you think about the cave by the shore? You're the one who left it out in the open. Should have respected your privacy if you... What do you think about the cave by the shore? She's not even going to be shameless about this.
What I think is none of your business. At least it used to be. I don't have time for this. What do you want, anyway?
By way of an apology, maybe I should help you out with this. If you pay me. So I can find some more about the area, trying to meet the locals. Just for the coin would be nice. Didn't meet more of the locals? Yeah, okay.
Fine. I'm Ranger Lieutenant Sanya. No, I'm not a blasted animancer, and no, I don't like talking to strangers. I am stationed here, in the sad ruins that are all that remain of Fjord's once bustling mercantile district. Obviously, it has seen better days.
This is not the best place to build dogs. What happened to cause it falling in the rain? Sympathies. How come it fell into ruin?
Depends on who you ask. For all their supposed knowledge, not even the animancers know for sure. 40 years ago, this place was a bustling harbor, shipping food to Thirdborn, Paradis, and the occasional smaller settlement. I would know. I was still right here, at this very post.
Yeah, not old enough to have been here that long ago.
Dwarves live longer, so 40 years isn't that long to us. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some ruins to watch
So much for my efforts to beg you to complimentary.
Can't you see I'm busy here?
Respectfully, no, I can't. You can see, you look like you're trying to find a reason to be busy, but failing. Assume the cave is there. Ah, Merchant Emilio.
Ah, a new face. Welcome, welcome. There may not be much left, but feel free to take a look.
Surprised you're not selling goods out
I
here.
suppose that is fair, considering the sorry state of affairs here. Most of what is here is just scrap and forgotten things.
Saying this belong to you?
It certainly does now. Besides, I pay a reasonable sum to Fjord for any sales I make. I'm not a parasite. Yes,
So you
I
pay
am
your
profiting
taxes.
on the side, but surely this is better than everything here being wasted, hmm?
So you're trying to say he pays taxes on his stolen goods? Be better if you weren't profiting when others are in need. You've got a point. When others are in need.
You expect me to do such a thankless job for nothing? Utter nonsense. Now, do you wish to see my wares or not?
What you got? A weakened Ardra. Ooh, expensive, but definitely going to need some of it, I'm sure. Hardwood branch. I kind of want everything there. That's expensive, but... less bothered about the food, I think. Bunch of very useful crafting materials, though. I'll run around and explore this bit as well. But no, there's a lot of need to right now. A place to leave a boat with a campfire by it. Can live in Spain without the S. Don't we all? Random dead Zor up on the cliffs, huh?
Hail, godlike. Come, indulge me.
Well, I was expecting him, but that wasn't it. Kane skeleton fighter. Ahem. I'm gonna press that button before I do anything else.
trial. Defeat my champion and claim your reward.
Oh, I see. None of that went the way I wanted it to. There's the combo. Somewhere around here there's a skeleton priest, and that would be you then.
Sealmas Meathole.
And still they're coming.
Good team. Come and get. Here we
I don't know how to end the spell, to be honest. Not sure how many I need to beat. I think this guy's probably the Oh, for fuck's sake, where's the priest? Somewhere there he is. That went decently well. Whew! We got them all? We did. Good fight.
Your business concluded.
Oh, definitely a good fight.
I think I sprained my shoulder.
Sounds like a reasonable possibility. Said champion, not platoon. Yeah, exactly. He did definitely neglect to mention a few details. Ooh, we head up after this. Horse cutter, 200 melee unique. That's good to know about for another character. I'm going to use it, but let's have a look at it. a big old drippy sword. Full combo attack deals high stun and bonus bleed damage. Sounds pretty decent to me. Good replay to get though, that one. Just a random big fight that went well. Definitely worth getting a clip of that. Interesting. I wonder if I can get up that way. Probably. And it looks like I might be able to. I mean, maybe, but probably not the intention, is it? That looks interesting over there. Not sure what I can see over there. We'll head back down the way we came. Ow! So we'll head back down the way I came up, and then the fucking collision on the ground disappeared. Pretty sure I didn't go over the edge there. I think I went through the ground. Okay. I'm not dead, so I suppose I should call that a win, really, shouldn't I? Well, I think zigzagging away towards Xion is probably the play. Yeah. Survived, but only just. Cool view. Memorial Stone. The invaluable loggers of Xion, whose every day was a fight for survival against the angry Delamagan, yeah. Something like that. Of Emerald Stair, we honour your sacrifice. Surely Abaddon smiles upon your labours and the industry of Xion that was only possible thanks to your efforts. Ah, interesting. I suppose they need wine, though. Or rotten cucumbers. I'm not sure I need rotten cucumbers either, but I think they're useful for something, rotten cucumbers, but I'm not sure what. I did Zara. Just a spit of land with some light and a cave over there. It's probably not going to be a good idea to investigate, but you never know. Logging camp, or at least it was once a logging camp.
Quiet, Nimdut.
Yeah, I didn't think tree monster was going to like fire very much. See how it likes being tied. Oh! Freeze, motherfucker! Whew. Interesting. Yeah, I guess that would be their interpretation of fermentation, maybe. Yeah, I couldn't remember what I'd seen it being useful for, but I knew there was something. Log informant's journal. Decent location, good logs. Colin says women in the words. Think she's giving him the eyes. Fool. Lad dashed up to me today, said we had to stop and told him with a wild look about him as though he'd insulted his mother. Told him to go home, sleep it off. Bastard sucker punched me. Endon and Mountsuck dragged him away. Follow mentions messy handwriting. It breaks previous format. I'm stuck here, hidden amid the logs. He watches carnage from afar. 4 or 5 fingers. Dellerman? Tear through my men, heard the screams. Hope some got away. They killed him. Brought them to us and they killed him. Disposed of him as mercilessly as he murdered the others. In silence, a few of them hold logs and sob. Now they're sorting through piles. I can't stay here. It's now or never. Ah. So yeah, the living trees that I fought, I guess. Not very happy about the logging. Now, I don't suppose they would be. Yeah, I don't think I'd want last month's salad in me beer either. To be honest, it doesn't sound appealing. Cool. Nice, getting a load of goodies. I mean, I get why there's a random battle axe in a logging camp, because they're not differentiating between wood cutting axes and battle axes in this game. Well, they managed to do that in Skyrim, so, you know. But at the same time, and they're just going, yeah, but you wouldn't want to use a battle axe for cutting wood. You could, but it wouldn't be your first choice, and you definitely wouldn't want to do the opposite. I do like that combo. I may have missed that, but it didn't really matter in the end anyway.
Good fight.
Desperately trying to put my weapons away there and I couldn't. Thought, is there anything else up here other than just some dudes to kill? A bit of a view of the coastline. Not from the look of things, no. So whether it's not going to make for very nice photos. I don't know. Give me the trees fight back. Would I want both on hand? I see where you're going with it. I'm not sure.
Show me what you got.
Got some undead. Guess I should go around and deal with them. I tried to avoid that and failed. I mean, yeah, Philippe's depression.
Everybody all right?
Another down.
Don't make it too difficult or anything. Ivory spinner and spalling fire pot. Feel like I want to find out more before I go and interact with that. Captain spawning cooks more even when diced, and braces hold it, decide body, cut thin strips for jerky, ivory spinning legs a delicacy. Huge parts of the taste might not be welcome in most taverns, cook in private, don't let that discourage you. Yeah. I can hear you, I can't see you.
Keep going. I'm down here.
Something's trying to push me into the hole there. I'm not very happy about it. Don't see a better option than this though right now.
Mine now. Nice shot.
They're surprisingly resistant to fire for plant-based life forms. Not so much with electricity, apparently. Yeah, that seems to be everything that's down here. So there might have been other options that were slightly less faulty or deathy.
Keep quiet.
Ah, I see. Do I? Maybe. Hmm.
Oh, no, you don't. Eckworth and Ross. Eckworth and Ross.
That was more what I wanted.
Eckworth and Ross. And rock. Next one's mine.
Right, so fire's not doing the job. Fire will avoid fire. See how this does. Yeah. Well. Vodka from potatoes, yeah, I suppose. Are they actually rotten potatoes, though? Because the potatoes, the veg in this game seem to be a little bit further along than one we'd normally use for vodka, I think. Also, not that many people actually make vodka out of potatoes anymore. Well, Felipe's research. Nice, I think you'll want that. A key of some kind. Let's get Kai on that. While I investigate the possibility of some food. And essence. So I need both of those things apparently. What's the key? Some vodkas who try to taste like it. Yeah, they're all fairly terrible. In my view. Sun and Moon. Me, unique shield. Some fine scale armor, apparently. Looks basically the same as the regular stuff, except it's actually shiny. I think taking it down for Tantine and Haley's Talon is the way to go. We found us a way out. Nice. Right, let's head back downstairs and go and find the old fella. Seems to have got himself into a spot of bother. He is.
Oh, finally a rescuer. I was beginning to lose my voice.
Then we have something to fortify you if you're hurt. Wasn't expecting the climb. Can't believe no one heard you. How did you get down here? Lucky I found you. Something to fortify you if you're hurt.
I'm not dead yet. Just too tired to climb up. Oh, 1 minute. I'm engrossed in my research. The next thing I know, whoop, my workshop is in this damn pit.
Fjord doesn't see these as often. What a find. Did you know these rooms were down here? Great, now I have to worry about sinkholes too. You sure it wasn't an experiment going wrong? Did you know these ruins were here?
Didn't have a clue. They're clearly godless. I can't imagine how old they must be. Quilici warned Vidaro that the roots would swallow the soil. As usual, nobody listened to him. So, here we are. We've never...
Vidaro's the governor,
like
right?
these. I'm no botanist, but even I can tell that something's not right.
Quilici. Per Quilici is an animancer from the Valiant Republics and one of the original founders of Fulmis Averno. Having retreated from politics and research, he's now taken on a new role as mentor and surrogate father to Gietta Castel, who I feel like I might be meeting soon. Let's get you up here. Work quickly before the farmers are hurt. Search these rooms to find out what's going on. Work quickly before the farmers get hurt, yeah.
If they don't know by now, they've got it coming. You and I have more important work to do.
Ever the sympathist?
Notes are down here somewhere. They contain priceless data on the wildlife around Fjord.
You're not a botanist, it's probably not that priceless. Your discoveries might be gone, that changes everything. You mean these notes? Worry about it later. Need a healer first. Sinkhole. It's a sinkhole. Steep that couldn't survive. Paul could have killed you and you're worried about your research. If you didn't send me, I just found you. Changes everything.
They may not be ruined yet, but we'll have to work quickly. As soon as I dug them out, a gang of sporlings ran off with them. I can heave myself topside in time, but I'm in no shape to fight.
Sporlings. Hostile fungus known for infesting dark alleys, basements, causing a nuisance and eating decaying matter. When their environment is trespassed on, they will attack the living. They prefer food that doesn't fight back. Okay. These notes?
Yes, the cover's a little worse for wear, but the notes are intact. My findings on squirrel essence are going to change everything. Everything.
Squirrel essence. I'm sorry, could you repeat that? What's so groundbreaking about squirrel essence? Please say you're joking. Squirrel essence. I could have died for squirrel essence. Could you repeat that?
What's not clear? I'm researching squirrel essence. I've nearly proved my theory too. As everyone knows, squirrel brains grow and shrink in accordance with the nut season. So I thought, what if a squirrel's soul shrinks too? Huh? I propose that the size of our soul corresponds to our brain mass.
I want to know when he thinks the squirrel's brain gets larger and smaller in relation to the nut season. If, for example, it gets smaller during nut season and larger after nut seasons, that means squirrels experience post-nut season clarity. It was a fucking stretch, but I got there eventually. And I'm sorry, but I had to. There was no choice. I know some wealthy Valians would love to sponsor research like that. Prove your thesis, refresh my memory. When is nut season? So it must be very small. Valians would love to sponsor research.
If Vidaro's father hadn't built an Animancy refuge here, I'd still be there. I can't imagine any of my specimens are still intact, and I'll have to find somewhere to sleep. But I've got my notes. I can try again. Take this. Buy yourself something nice. It's the least I can do.
What just happened? I heard something about a squirrel.
And something about post-nut clarity as well. Oh, Lord. There's nothing to worry about squirrel shit. Yeah, that's true. Increase of dodge. Increased damage with guns. Lions deal poison damage, that's all quite good. Let's do that. Bleed. Stun, cost of essence. I would like to take that, I think, and unlock these spells. I've got some of them available, I think. That would be useful. Blast of Frost, possibly over Chill Blades. Cost more essence, but Spirit Lance, that would also be cool. I think this is what I want to do. Because then I've got... Oh, I don't know this one, but I do know Spirit Lance. But I don't have the points for it. It cost me 500 to reset. And if I did, what would I ditch to get that? I know this, I know that. Probably, well, either of these would be quite good to have. Got a grimoire that probably has them, so I could check some of this out. Maybe grab a grimoire with these in instead of these. It actually does have a certain appeal. I'll have to have a look when I get back, I think. Nice new silky robes. Yeah, why not? Well, it's a bit foggy. I probably want wool robes or something like that. They're going to be a bit warmer, really. Ah, cool. Cool. We're on top of things. Should just quickly check that none of my friends have anything. They do not. Supposedly there's still a quest somewhere that I have yet to click on. Where is it? Right. Read all these exclamation points. Diabetic ice cream. I bet there's a thing. I mean, vegan ice cream is a thing, so why not diabetic, I suppose? Or diabetic friendly might be a better word. Oh yeah, so what other shit did I pick up? Common greatsword, that can go. Common axe can go. Sun and moon. Regenerate maximum health during the day, essence at night. Oh, that's not terrible. It's not terrible at all. I mean, I'm not using a shield, so there's that, but... Ice cream with insulin in it. I mean, I don't know enough about how insulin actually works to comment on how insane that idea may or may not be, but...
Here we go. And roll. Nice shot. Then roll.
Tear him down and pepper him. It's not quite as epic as my freeze them and then smash them with the follow-up shot, but it is still cool. Speaking of things that are cool, caves behind waterfalls are cool. I'll investigate that in a minute when I'm done poking around in Waterfall Cave. Why do I feel like there's going to be a bounty in there? Anybody have a blasting type ability? I've got grenades. I can use grenades. Catch you later, Cal. It's that time already, is it?
Treasure hunting suits you.
That's when I find treasure, yeah. Painter's brush, unique trinket. Okay. Better critical chance. I mean, it's nice, but what's the one I currently have? Fantastic Amulet. Potion clears all accumulations. Yeah, kind of a bit more useful. Well, in a pinch, it's more useful. Balls. Wild woods, huh? So where have I got to? I've got a lot further north than I thought I had. Okay. Quite sure how, but probably do need to head back that way. This is just definitely not worth trying to do all of that. I might... we'll have to go this way at some point because it gets me onto the next area. Okay, fair enough. I think I'll bounce back to the coastal farms, sell some shit, and get into probably time to consider wrapping up there. More passionate and off to bed. Does seem like a somewhat sensible plan. Okay. So, I think the next plan... We're working our way up towards Fjord, won't it? Next time... Nice artwork there. The richest place was a little bit better for taking pictures of, like the region, but oh well. From a thumbnailing point of view, anyway. Can't have everything, I suppose. I've just stocked up on quite a fair bit of stuff. Possibly upgrade something. I don't know that I necessarily want to at this particular juncture. I think... Yeah, I think we're all good there. Fine robe's nice, but it's not really worth having. The Gambeson's definitely better. I'm just going to lug that around for the sake of transmogging. Anyway, yeah, next time we'll continue our exploration of Emerald Stair. Maybe even get to Fjord Inferno. Cool. On one shiny evening. There we go. Go prep for cycling weather. Ain't got bad weather coming your way, everyone. It's well, hopefully goes smoothly. Such things can. Hope it's not too much trouble. But yeah, prepping does seem to be the way, I think. Planning on sleeping, not being coshed by the Sandman, yeah. So yeah, that was fun. Not quite sure how I want to schedule things this week. Probably gonna go with Fallout on Wednesday and play Avowed the rest of the time. That's currently where we're sitting at. There are 2 more zones after Emerald Stair to explore. I don't know how they're comparing size and stuff, but obviously we're not rushing through this, being reasonably thorough about it, and I'm really enjoying the game, so that's great. But we have until the end of the month before Atomfall comes out. So I'd like to be at least well underway with progress by then. We'll see how we do. It's taken us about 2 weeks to get this far. And hopefully a bit less. It's how long it takes, really. I've got the rhythm for it now and stuff, so it won't take as long now, but I suspect there will be a bit of overlap. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's the plan for the moment. There's some other bits and pieces I would like to play on my time. I think I will play a little bit of Cyberpunk before I go to bed. I don't think I get a drink, though, on Thursday. Yeah, anyway, so I think that's the plan. More Avowed tomorrow, Fallout on Wednesday, more Avowed Thursday, Friday. I'm enjoying. Definitely recommend this game if you like a modern version of Skyrim. Otherwise, video-wise, I have at least one planned for the week. We'll see what happens beyond that point. I did have something in my mind, but it's kind of gone in and out again. Maybe it'll come back, maybe it won't. But either way, I did a lot of recording for a video today that is going to be a big old boy, big old camp video. I'm doing a decoration guide, basically. But it's not going to be short. So, yeah. That one might be tomorrow. I think more likely Wednesday, given that I've got a lot of footage to edit. And then, obviously, the voiceover to do after that. And then I've got to edit that. And then, yeah, there's quite a lot to do. So, it might well be Wednesday before that gets done. But, yeah, that's what I'm working on at the moment. And that should be quite cool. Hopefully useful for a few people. And hopefully interesting. I hope I can make it look interesting, because, yeah, it's going to be hard to get people past the runtime, I think. We'll see how it goes. But yes, that is my plan for the next couple of days, and we'll see what happens after that. Obviously, any news, information, anything happens in the next few days, I'll let you know, because the update shouldn't be far off, but we're still waiting on actual word, so we shall see. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah. We'll play it by ear, I guess. Should be cool. So, thank you for hanging out. Hope you had fun. If you want to check out some of those demos and you weren't here at the weekend, then we did a little stream of demos from Steam Next Fest, which should be up on the channel and be easy enough to find, although it may not have been, because I may have forgotten to change something, so I will check that. But, yeah, that should be available. Otherwise, I don't think any of those will get streamed. Well, Gothic might get streamed, and we'll see what happens, see what you guys make of things with some of the other stuff, and like Celeste maybe, in which case I probably want to play the first one again, which I do want to do anyway, so we'll see. Then again, I don't know. That's let me know what you guys think about that sort of game and things, and we'll see if we fit things in, because obviously there's The Witcher 3 I want to play, and other things as well. Witcher 3 definitely needs playing at some point this summer. Yeah, doing this, then Atomfall, and then The Witcher 3 would be good, because then we've got fantasy, then modern-ish 60s, and then back into fantasy again, kind of alternating, sort of works. So, yeah. Not really. I mean, there's also Mass Effect Andromeda we should play at some point, so have another crack at that, and then actually finish off the Mass Effect games. Be up to date with them, rather. And that will give us a sci-fi thing to throw in there. I don't know if there's any other sci-fi stuff I've got in mind. Maybe, sort of maybe. But we'll see. Anyway, and yeah, we need to finish Fallout 4 as well, don't we? So, at some point, lots to do. But, yeah, in the short term, more Avowed. Should be cool. So, until next time, thank you for hanging out. Do the likes and subs and notification bell, all that good stuff. Social media links in description. Instagram and Blue Sky are the big two at the moment. I'm not exactly obsessively using the socials, so don't worry about me spamming you. And then, yeah, channel memberships if you care to check that out. I always appreciate it. Yeah, isn't that always the way? No. No Respawn wants me to play Kingdom Come Deliverance, so we can both jump onto Kingdom Come 2 and chatter about that, but I'm also kind of distracted by the idea of taking another run at Baldur's Gate after having played Celeste last week. But I don't know, maybe I should stream Baldur's Gate. What do you guys think about that idea? At some point, obviously. Mind you, it doesn't mean I can't do both, does it? I don't know. Thoughts and feelings and things like that are always interested. Anyway, I'm going to go and get me a drink. So, thank you for hanging out. As I say, do the things, check the things, and we'll be back about 8 o'clock for some more adventuring in Emerald Stair. Should be good. So, till then, catch you next time. Night, folks. See ya.
Yeah.